Alright, welcome back to Game Night tonight for another unboxing of this expansion to Bang the Dice game. It's called Old Saloon. It's expansion 1 of 2. There's another expansion out there. It's Undead or Alive. This one, we are going to see what it entails. It looks like it's adding 2 new dice. Again, for those not familiar with this game, this is based off of the card game Bang, which is very fun, based out of the, like, Old West. You have a sheriff, you have a deputy, you have the outlaws, renegade, everything. Everybody's trying to be the last one standing, get rid of the sheriff, or if you're the sheriff and deputy, you want to get rid of the outlaws and everything. So it's new, exciting, it's very fun, faster paced with the dice game than the card game, but there's a lot that goes on with the card game. So here's where I'm unboxing this. The first thing that you come across, of course, you're gonna have your instructions on how to play this game, the new symbols, different things like that. You got the new dice that we're gonna be looking at here in just a second, but you have all those different things explained here in the instructions, which sometimes instructions are a little bit difficult to understand. So later I'm going to do a video of how to play this game with this specific expansion. So tune in for that later. But you got the instructions there. It comes with some tokens here. So we're familiar with the 1 and 2 shots, sights up to 2-way. You got the arrow, beer. You got dynamite ×2. Looks like you can double play something. Extra life points here. There's a giant arrow. I'm not entirely sure what that it will entail. And then you have 3 bullets, more life right there, and the Gatling gun. So those are new tokens that come with this game. They provided a little baggie for those things, which is always nice. It's always nice to have the little bags to keep things compartmentalized and taken care of. Here you have more games and everything that they explain from the creators of this game. So that's fun to look at. I'm going to throw this off to the side though. All right, next we come up on, looks like we have some new characters in this expansion. Oh man, it's always fun to get these. I'm gonna have to use my teeth again. And that didn't even work. Man, sometimes I wonder if there's an easier way, which is a lot of times. All right, I think I got it. There we go. Okay. So in the game, each person has a specific identity, and in that identity they have an ability that helps them better fulfill their objective and mission in the game. For instance, Molly Stark, each time another player must lose 1 or more life points, you can lose them in his place. So that would be good if you're like the deputy or whatever and you're trying to save the sheriff. You can actually lose those things in that place of that player to save them further. So that's interesting. Each one has a unique ability. I'm not going to really go through them all, but you got Bill No Face, you've got Doc Holliday, you've got Jose Delgado, you got Apache Kid, you got Tequila Joe, you got Elena Fuente, Vera Custer, and whoa, this is interesting, you have El Fantasma, the Ghost. So this game is in on every single card. Basically, they always have like the instructions in, I want to say it's Italian, but it's Italian and English. So you always want to, of course, based on what you're able to read and translate, you can do both, but you always have the English one. I have a lot of people who get confused by that because they're like, I don't understand what it says, I don't know what my power is. Yet there is the English translation below, so no worries there. But it looks like you have a whole bunch of different new characters, which is always fun because it adds a new element to the game. Different players doing different things makes it a little exciting. So you got those down there. You got more, so it looks like you have a ghost renegade. That's interesting. And then you got the sheriff, you got the deputies. Wow, adds 3 more deputies in there. You got 3 more outlaws, menace, the renegade here, and then of course the ghost renegade that we already looked at. But it adds all these different tokens or the different symbols that you now have in the game. I don't know if like there's, wow, they're like doubling it up over here. Oh, it looks like you can double on it because there's like a double ring around the target on this one. So it looks like there's different things, different elements in the game that will be explained obviously in the instructions, but you have the symbol cards here for that. But it looks like they actually sent you a whole new set of man, what are they called? rolls, basically. So a whole new set of the rolls for this game so that you can actually maybe play this as a standalone. No, you can't play it as a standalone. You need all the other dice. Interesting. But they gave you new ones, maybe because each one has... It says, reveal this card after another player's last roll. That player must re-roll all of his dice and accept the new results. Interesting. So you can actually reveal who you are at some point, and when you do, it makes somebody else do something. That's interesting. So that adds a new element. That's kind of cool. All right, so you got the different roll cards, and of course you got the symbol cards. And then last but not least, you have the 2 new dice, which it looks like you can gain 2 life, because beer gives you life, of course, in this game. You got 1 shot away. You got a broken arrow, so interesting. Maybe that like deflects the arrows that you've gained from previously in the game. You got beer, gains 1 life instead of the 2 beer, which gains 2 life. You get an arrow from the Indians, so that picks up an arrow there. And I think that's it. Oh, dynamite, of course. You always have a dynamite on them. So the other dice has dynamite, 2 ringed, 2 shot away. So it looks like you can shoot twice, is my guess. Some kind of bullet or something, I don't know. The Gatling, and then you got 2 ringed, 1 die, and then the Gatling, of course, and the dynamite and the Indian arrow there. So you have all these new symbols. Most of them are pretty familiar, but they're just adding, looks like it adds 2 to these different symbols there. So that will be maybe making the game a little bit faster or possibly a little bit harder to complete your objective. So there you have it. You have all the different things. You got the new rolls here. That adds a different thing when you reveal it, if you choose to reveal it, or maybe it was just when you, my guess is you can choose to reveal it, which will change things because then people know who you are and they'll kill you faster. All right, and then you got all the different rolls. The artwork on these is awesome. Like, it's always just fun and unique. Again, just a lot of fun characters to add into the game. There are already a ton in the original base game of the dice game here, but you got those, and then you got all the tokens that we're going to take out later, and your instructions. And that concludes that. Oh, I didn't even do it. Nope. I'm going to put this bag back because I need that for organizational purposes later. All right. Oh, popped one out already, but I will take care of that later. But that is what all you get in this expansion of Bang the Dice Game, Old Saloon. This looks like an exciting game to add into that collection for the Bang the Dice game, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Join me next time on Game Night Tonight for another unboxing or how to play or just game playthrough. But we will see you next time.